So I am Kaviya. I live in Louisville, Kentucky with my husband and my two pups. And you will probably know me from watching me on Making It Season 3. People have asked me if I'm from Egypt, if I'm from Ethiopia, if I'm from New York. So I think I've invented my own accent. Like when I go home to India, they don't think I sound Indian at all. So, you know what? I feel proud about it, because I pick a little bit from my American side, from my Indian side, and I get to like combine it with my Southern Louisville side. So I'm happy about it. Making it is such a wonderful and a positive show. I think I wouldn't have been a part of it if it was not that, you know, especially during the pandemic. I think it was so negative in a lot of ways to a lot of us, with like jobs and not being able to see our families and friends and loved ones. So I'm really proud to have been a part of it. And I've got to say, the whole like production of it being, except for the stress of having to produce things in like 3 hours, these amazing things, except for that part, the entire thing was positive. The crew and everybody was like so supportive and uplifting. I was like, can I just take all these people with me to my everyday life so I feel this good about me all the time? Wouldn't that be great to have your personal cheerleaders with you 24/7? So it is such an amazing show. And after watching the first episode, I was like so overwhelmed. I was actually nervous because I'd never seen myself on TV, Yeah, this was going to be my first time, and I know they make like a lot of edits and cuts, and I was like, what are they going to show? So when I looked at it, I think they did a really good job, and I was really happy with the way they portrayed myself and everybody else on the show too. So when we were in the bond, we didn't get to like listen to each other's stories because we were all like working in different places, right? So it was like so heartwarming to see and listen to what everybody else's backstory was. To be a creative, I absolutely have been through a lot, especially from coming from such a traditional, like an Indian family. I think my path was drawn a straight line the day I was born. Okay, she's a girl child. This is what she's going to follow. And, a lot of people unfortunately follow that straight path, but I was always, as my mom calls it, a difficult child, because I was very opinionated, always questioning things. But I still did it, but only up to a certain point. And I don't know how it happened, but I got married to this like wonderful man that needed just the push. He needed to give me the push to be like, you know what, just be who you are. You don't have to stick to any of these rules. I think it's important, like everybody, that diverges from what they're told that they should be doing. They all have somebody in their life, who's that influencing factor. So it so happened that my partner was in my life, and I have not looked back. I definitely will not say it was easy, like once I switched to the creative side or whatever, because I still had to struggle every single day. It was a lonely journey because I am an immigrant. My experiences are so different from everybody else I'm going to school with. Still, I just, sometimes you have to work twice as hard. But since I was following my passion, it was okay for me to work twice as hard and to find my group of people, and I continue to learn and continue to thrive. So my first preference was going to art school, and me and my best friend, we went and applied for art school, and she got her admission and I didn't. And I was so upset, because I was like, I took a hit on my confidence too, because I was like, oh my God, I must have not been good enough that they did not accept me. But she got in, and so that was the last college that was still accepting applications, and it was for biochemistry and biotechnology. I do love science, but I'm not as passionate about science as I am about, making things with my hand. And I went to school. It was an all women's college, and I met some really strong and passionate women there. So it was a win too. So this was like 5 years after. At this point, I had moved here. I was in art school at that point in time, and then my mom was visiting me, and out of the blue, she's like, "Oh, I wish so this happened. I didn't know you would end up in art school again." I was like, "What?" I was like so shocked that she would do that. Because she was right there seeing me cry and beat myself up. And I was like, "Mom, I didn't make it to art school." And, at that point, I just had to laugh. I know why she did it. She wanted me to, she thought like I would have more success being a biochemist, getting a steady pay job. And she wanted that for her child. I get it. But still, I was mad at her. And my mom, I'm kidding when I say this, but she's been saying she's been receiving all these hate text messages from all the friends and family saying, "You were horrible."
Yes.
And she was like, "Yeah, next time you do an interview, can you say something positive about me?" And I'm like, "Mom, you taught me not to lie."
For your first Faster Craft Challenge, we want to see the most fun version of you in the form of an original handmade toy. This toy can represent you, something you love, or something you used to love as a child.
Your toy must have an interactive element.
Now, to get you started, here's our world-famous catchphrase. And listen close, because we're only going to say it all the time. Now,
make it!
Everything is done. We just are, waiting for all the episodes to air. It's like we couldn't tell anybody,
Right.
The only reason I could tell my parents was because their photograph was going to be on TV, so they get permission or whatever. But it was so hard because I disappeared from life for like a month, and people were like, what, however long, so you're gone. So it was so hard. I was like, I had to come up with all these lies, and the worst was I had to remember these lies later to continue it, which was even more difficult. So they can follow me. I have a website. It's www.chromophilia.com. And I'm also on Instagram under the Chromophilia hashtag, or they can follow me at KVYAINC. Okay. Hi, my name is Kaviya, and you've just been buzzed.